26 force limit. So I'm going to, again, once we get above 15,000, I'm going to build a few more troops as well. We're sitting on what, 5, 9, 13,000 troops in 3 armies at the moment. That war has not ended, but they have reoccupied their territories as well. So Chark is actually winning this war apparently. At the moment, anyway. And that war ended. So my next war will be against Charka. We'll try to take all 4 of them. That's 10, 11, 13 more tax base. Charka is improving relations with us. Good luck with that. I think once I'm above 12,000 manpower, I will, there we go, Prestige 2.3. I will build a couple more units. I want a standing army of about 16,000 or so. 50, 70, 60. Okay, colony. Let's go across to Moxos. Without a colony planted, we're almost 7 income at 70% maintenance, so it would be 5 income at max maintenance. And then we will go across to Chiquitos next, which also, I believe, isn't Chiquitos the trade node? It is. So yeah, Chiquitos will be the next province we colonize after Moxos. And then we have to wait until the Fog of War lifts to continue any further to the east in an effort to find the Western powers. Agricultural revolution. We have managed to increase our agricultural production by implementing new farming techniques for plantations, irrigation, and land property organizations, so thereby bring higher tax base. Good. Either army or tax base in Abanake. Where's Abanake? Right there. Tax base 3, manpower of 62. Yeah, let's go with the tax base. We need the income. Okay, those rebel factions are starting to get big. 80, 70. The peasants, I'm not worried about. The nationalists, I'm a little bit more worried about. 3.6, 3.6. And that's Julian there. Those are the Julian nationalists. Oh, one of the factions just melted away. Let's go ahead and spend 50 military power. Get rid of the Julian nationalists. By the time they build up again, the unrest in the provinces concerned will be close to non-existent, and that faction will melt away. Gain 10 administrative power. Well, that's good. Improve legitimacy, improve relationships, or fortify Cacao. That's probably a good idea to do, since it is our whoops. Well, shoot. Legitimacy of 100. Yeah, we'll go with that. I should have actually selected the mission before I started building that fort, because that changed the mission. But because that is our bordering territory with the Musica, I guess I probably should go ahead and fortify that. Same reason I fortified Chiquibo. Manpower is at 8,700. Rebel faction. Again, I'm not as worried about the peasants as the rest. 1.6, 2.6, 2.6, and 2.6. The peasants want me to increase autonomy in the local, in the various territories. That's not going to happen. Okay, I can build barracks. I can build marketplaces. I'll have to build some of those. Marketplace is already being built in Shikibo. What the heck? Oh, it's already built, not being built. Okay. And our colony is down, and it's up to 42 colonists already. I probably should move some troops down there since they are not. They're a little bit more aggressive than the last batch and slightly more numerous. And we had some uprisings up here in Naxos. Shipbuilding boom. Our shipbuilding industry. What's a ship? Wow. We can't build ships, but we have a shipbuilding boom. I really hate that I can't build ships. I have to westernize, I guess, before I can build ships. Thanks to the last patch. Colonial expansion. Some of our citizens have decided to strike out and found a new colony. 2 settlers in Madre de Dios, or 50 population in Moxos. Oh, I guess I could afford a second colony. It's gonna. I'm at 5.24. And 200. Sure, why not? What's my colony cost now? 6.12. Well, we're still got a positive income. Of course, that's going to. Okay, I'm not so worried about a native uprising there. Well, that's useful, I guess. I'm going to have to be careful about accepting too many of those events, however. Hello there, Bone. Bone Crush, welcome. Welcome to the Mighty Incans. We're in the process of cleaning up these minor tribes now, as well as colonizing. Working on the Sun God achievement. Oh, nice. Are you doing the achievement run? My last episode, I finally got the Incans formed. I also had a bloody civil war based on one of my religious reforms. Those civil wars in these mountains are absolutely devastating. Sort of, yeah. It's going to be difficult. Stage 1 is fairly easy. Forming the Incans, fairly easy. Westernizing, obviously, fairly easy. Owning all of South America is not going to be easy. The fact that we can't build ships is really going to slow things down. The Great Temple of Puno. Local chief in Puno has begun to construct an ambitious new temple. Revolt in Puno. Well, you know what? I'm at max authority, so I don't need to gain 5 authority. Monthly autonomy, changed local tax modifier. We're going to get the tax modifier. We already have a temple here too, don't we? We do. Okay, peasants are up to 80%, the nationalists stuck at 40%, and the Chakipoyan nations at 60%. Yes. You went along the north. I figured I was going to try to cut cross country. It doesn't matter. I mean, I went north a little bit as well, but Fog of War's not going anywhere. So I figured I might be able to cut cross country, and there's like 2 or 3 provinces across here maybe. 135 a year by 1530. Yeah, that sounds about right for Portugal. You've got to hope that they run into some problems with Castile or something to slow things down a little bit. Because if you actually have to kick Portugal off of the continent, you're going to run into problems. I mean, if they have, even if they have as few as 10 or 12 territories in South America, that's still a lot to do. Even if they have to ferry troops across, you have the initial manpower modifier. You will have the initial manpower modifier or local manpower on continent. It's still the tech difference you won't be able to make up. Oh, that's nice. That's nice to know. Actually, you want the colonial nations to be formed, I think, because it would be easier to handle them than the main nations. What year are you in? You're obviously a little bit ahead of me because you mentioned 1530. I'm only in 1522 now. Oh. They destroyed my colony. Well, guess what? We'll move down here since we have another colony here and send the colonists over there. Since we only have the one colonist right now. 1557. So you're about 35 years ahead of me. And you've got your westernization done already. Or started at least. Oh, you did finish the westernization. Okay, that's good. I'm still working on getting rid of some of the local nations as well. I'm waiting for my manpower to recover. Did you do a lot of the religious reforms? Ooh, that's nice. I'm hoping to find something in South America that I can do that. Unrest is down to sub 1.0, so once those unrest go away, the rebel factions should all melt away. Yes, the civil wars from the yeah, and the fact that it's all mountain terrain is really what is so devastating about it. And when I triggered the first civil war through a reform, I ended up just in the active process of fighting that civil war. I went something like 24 loans in debt. My manpower was completely exhausted, and it took me 20 years to recover just from those loans. Yep, Castile white peace with England, yep. Yeah, I need to westernize just so I can get shipbuilding. Oh, that's ugly. Castile switching sides. Yeah, that would not be fun. Where our peasants are up to 90%. I might have to spend some power and put them down. I really don't want to fight them at this moment. The unrest should be gone by the time any of those factions get organized. Oh, great. Just what I needed. Good grief. How many rulers are going to go and die on me? Well, we got a decent error. 426 error. Completed the mission. Good grief. That's the third leader in 6 or 7 years now, I think. Okay, fortify Puno, improve relations, or make Kaka a core. I forgot. Yep. Let's do that. Cost me 11 administrative power. We can afford that. The nationalists are down to 50%, so that faction's starting to melt away. I'm not entirely sure. It sounds like one of the new mechanics. I have the patch notes up, I think. Let me see if I can find it in the patch notes real quick. Oh, we've got sugar. Hey, good. Down here in our new colony, Madre de Dios. The Ottomans in the same league as England. The form's acting slow here, so it's taking me a minute to pull it up. Let's see. Yep, the Chapoyans are melting away. They're down to 30% rebel faction. 0.1 unrest in the 3 remaining territories. 0 unrest. I can't pull up the forum, change page on the forums. The forum's acting too slow. I'll look it up as soon as I can and I'll let you know. I don't remember. Don't remember it. I vaguely recall the term, but I don't remember the exact mechanic. Protestant England in the same league as Muslim Ottomans and Catholic Norway. Interesting. Excellent year. 520 manpower. Well, that'll help. Okay, I'm above 10,000, so I want to go ahead and add 2 more regiments. We'll do it down here since this is our weaker army at the moment. Years of peace are behind us. The truce between the Pacas and Inca has ended. Okay, once I get a standing army of 16,000 men and manpower above 14,000 or so, I'm going to go to war with Charca and take the rest of Charca out. 4 provinces down there. "30-year wars to be reproduced after 1550, and if there is a Protestant elector, a religious league can be formed. The leader of the Protestant side will be the newly Protestant elector. The leader of the Catholic side will be the current emperor. Anyone can join either league." Okay, so that would be why the Ottomans would join, because they're trying to overthrow the emperor. Yep, that makes sense. And yeah, you're right, that does sound like an Art of War. One of the mechanics from Art of War. I vaguely recall it, but I didn't play a long-term Art of War campaign. This one came out too soon afterwards. crazy, but it does allow for some historical accuracy, because that type of war did occur. Postpone your attack. Yeah, that might be a good idea. Now, having said that, I'm not sure that the members of that league would be involved in that war. That league is specifically for the Protestant and Catholic electorship of the empire. So I don't think that anybody in the league would be able to join the war against you if you fought England. Okay, gain 10 administrative power. Good. We're getting close to some new techs here. Fortify Quito or turn Madre de Dios into a city. We'll take that, which will give us 1 tax base and 15 manpower, since we're already 40% complete with that colony. We'll do that. We've got some more troops down here. It gives us 7,000, 11,000 if we pull these down to fight the Charcas. What's the provinces? It's all mountains, right? Mountain, 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 and mountain. Yes. And if I were to fight them, I think it would be solo. They have no allies, so that's good. I think once I pull that last army down here, that's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and go to war with Charcas, try to get them off the map. That'll leave me with just Calchaquí and Chimu of my existing claims. They are still substandard military compared to me as well, as are the Calchaquí as well, for that matter. As are the Chimu. They're all still only at tech level 4 military, which is good. I still have a unit type advantage on them. I want to take every advantage at that as I can. But I don't want to deplete my manpower reserves too much in doing so. Ooh, I'm up to 601 income. Did the autonomy must be going away. The rebels have all melted away. There's no more rebel factions. Okay, let's bump my maintenance up. That still leaves me at 5.5 income. I guess I should go ahead and get myself my last advisor. Trade efficiency, diplomatic reputation, colonial range. None of them are particularly... let's take a quick look. I guess the colonial range might be useful to get around, because I still can't even reach these next to me. Yeah, maybe I will take colonial range. I don't know. I just want the +1. The diplomatic reputation's not going to help me immediately because I'm going to war with everybody around me anyway. The trade efficiency at this level probably is okay, but not great. Trade efficiency is 10 right now. 3.66. That would give me only a little bit. I'm going to go with the range for now. I can always fire him if it proves to be not useful. I'm more interested in the extra power point than anything else at this point. Yeah, that didn't really do anything, did it? I took the wrong one. Oh well, doesn't matter. That's why it didn't do anything. Okay, Charca, guess what? We are at max morale. We are at max morale. Charca, how would you like to have a little war? Yeah, that is true. Oh, and I just lost my general. Go figure. Declare war, lose general. Slightly better general than I had. Not much. Got a bit of siege ability anyway. I guess I really don't need that unit up here, do I? He's not getting too frisky. Come on, move. I don't want to attack you in the mountains. There, he won't see that one coming. Who's going to get there first? 22 December, 27 December. 8 January, 9 January. Ugh. I'm trying to time this so that he's actually attacking me. 8 January. He won't see this unit coming. 20 January. 19. He's still gonna get there before me. Damn it. Stop. January, 24 January. I guess I'm just going to fight him in the mountains. How's that? Now he's going to run away. My colony in the meantime is 40% complete. Nope, I caught up to him. I outnumber him 2-1 and I have a superior unit type, so I should be okay here. Yeah, religious is probably a good one to take. I was debating taking that as well eventually. I'm not sure what my next idea group, my second idea group is going to be. My first was expansion. What was your early idea groups? Okay, there's his army gone. Let's go ahead and detach. Detach. And Charkas will be gone. You went with exploration. Exploration was one that I had thought about, but at the time my diplomatic tech was very weak. So I went with the expansion first. Exploration is what I'm debating as my second. And quantity, yeah, quantity is the other one that I'm looking at for my first military one. Although that might depend on exactly when I find Portugal as well. I might select something else as my first military. We'll have to wait and see how things play out at that stage. But yeah, exploration. I'm going to need to get possibly to get across the wastelands here. .414. Ouch. I was 315, 335, or maybe a 435 when I did my first reform. Oh yeah, I always have at least 1 or 2 claims in the territories that I was taking in the early stages, so that I could save some of those points. Oh yeah, forming Inca was huge. It gave me claims on everything. Yep. Which is why I went straight for the capitals that you needed to form Inca. Okay, the state policy to arrange marriages, yeah, in Chachapoyas has paid off. We gained a tax base and gained 2 unrest. That's the 3rd time it's triggered in that territory, I think. 2nd time it's triggered in that territory. So we got an unrest of up to 1.8%, which formed an initial faction. Yeah, when I saw that pop up for once I formed the Incas, it's like, okay, I've got my plan down for the next 30 years. Then, said I just took Lima at the beginning of this session. Yeah, there are a lot of bad events. That one isn't a bad one. It gives you a tax base at least, and the 2 points of unrest goes away fairly quickly. So I don't mind that event at all. Yeah, unrest is already down to 1.7%. It'll be gone, and unrest will be gone in a year, and the rebel faction will disappear. So theoretically, once this war is over, I could do another reform. +1 colonists, yearly legitimacy, morale of armies. The best one left for me is probably the morale of armies. But I'm going to want to make sure my manpower is nearly max, and I have a strong standing army as well. Okay, we should be getting close to our techs here. Yep, Diplo is nearly there. August, so we're still 8 months away. April, that's a little over a year away. We get our first cavalry unit. Hallelujah! That'll be huge. Even if these remaining territories catch up to be a military 5, having cavalry will be a huge bonus, especially against Chimu, since Chimu's less mountainous, and they've got a couple mountain provinces here. That's the biggest problem with the Incas and those reforms is everything early on. Everything early is all mountain terrain, and fighting those civil wars in the mountains has just been absolutely painful. Let's see. Mercantilism is right. Gain 1 mercantilism, but absent merchant for 10 years. -10 trade power. Well, since we own almost all the trade power, that's probably not too bad. Or national trade income modifier. We're going to take the mercantilism. -10 trade power in a trade node where we're pretty much have the only trade power pretty close to. Let's take a look at the Lima node. Yeah, we've got 3/4 of the trade power there, even with the -10 trade power. So I'm not worried about that. We've got wall breach in 3 of our 4 sieges. Our colony is at 500, a little over 500. Now this is the second time here with that last leader change. Second time I've gone through 3 leaders in the space of about 6 years, mainly due to events. And I think at least Well, the last one was during a war. I think both of them were during existing wars as well, so that certainly didn't help things. Let's see. What's my... Oh, hey, my relations with them is up to 162. We'll be able to hit that 190 in short order and vassalize them. That's this one here. Vassalize them and then diplo-annex them. Okay, one siege done. Got another half hour or so of this session. Half hour to maybe an hour of this session. And then for those following along, obviously this will be up on YouTube here tonight or tomorrow. So you'll be able to catch the entire series there. And there went the... Nope, I'm not sure what that was. The unrest is still there. The rebel faction's still at 0, however. The rest is down to 1.2. Another siege done. So this nice simple war. So that'll leave me Chimu and Kalchaki left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 territories there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 territories there. Now the thing is, of course, Chimu is an ally at the moment. I still don't have the tax base able to consider vassalization, I don't believe. I should be up to about an 80 tax base, but he's at a tax base of 2, 3, 4, 10, 11. His tax base of 11 means I really need about 150 tax base to have a chance at vassalizing him. And I don't see that happening. I'm picking up, what, 11 more tax base down here, I think? 3, 7, 8, 10. Yeah, I'm picking up 10 more points of tax base. It's not going to be enough to be able to consider vassalizing Chimu. Minus 54 for the relative tax bases at the moment. So my manpower is only at 50% right now. Means it'll take me 4.5 years or so to fully reach max manpower. This last siege is just going on and on. Oh, nice. Event which gives you a 5% tech discount when you annex Chimu in particular. There's our tech. Okay, so we can build the temples and constables now. The constables will be useful. And look at that gold. I'm going to actually spend a little bit. Okay, that's useful. I might have to cut them down by a province or two before I do it, because I don't see me getting the to the 150 tax base I need to annex them. 2, 5, 8, 15. I did this once before. 18, 21, 25, 28, 29, 30, 32, 34, 37, 40, 43, 44, 48, 57, 59, 61, 63, 67, 72, 82 once I annex these provinces. That's still 82 versus 10 is a minus 42 still on the annexation table. Yeah, I'm thinking I might have. I still have Kalchaki that I'll be able to attack here. Once I get them, that's another what? 1, 5, 8, 9, 12, 15. That's another 20 tax base. What the heck? We got a peasant uprising before I officially conquer them. It's another 20 tax base. Once I actually occupy these territories here, I should have close enough to be able to annex Chimu. Diplo-annex them, especially with another 2 colonies done by that point, probably. Okay, let's go ahead and end this war. Full annexation. Start the... Oh, wait, I don't have that much admin power yet, do I? Okay, the peasants are gone. Okay, so I'm going to have to wait for admin power to core the rest of them. I can core one of them right now. And we've got 4 rebel factions forming. Royal marriage from Lysica. That's my northern neighbor here. Okay, so the Incan nation has expanded again. That's another 7 provinces we've gobbled up so far this session. The diplomats of Chimu are frantically trying to improve relations with us. Okay, as soon as I can, I will core the rest of these provinces. And military tech coming up, our first cavalry unit. And I'm going to save my money, and I'm going to use that money immediately to build some cavalry units. They're still stuck at tech level 4 military, so we still have a huge advantage in troop types. And we had an advisor die. Of course we did. Our natural scientist has died. National unrest -3. Well, let's go ahead and do that. That'll get rid of almost all the rebel factions right off the bat. National decision. Introduce vision quest. We have a theologian now. Yearly prestige of 5 until the end of game. We will take that. We're still losing it. Was that yearly prestige? Or legitimacy? Where's the vision quest? It's not showing up anywhere. Okay. Hey, there's our tech. We have cavalry. We have mounted llama-men. Our diplomatic corps has been working hard to ensure our interests are represented in foreign courts. Their efforts allow us to spread the net of our influence yet further. Diplomatic reputation or relations +1 until for 5 years. That's useful. Okay, so let us build some units of cavalry. We'll go with 4. That's going to take me down to 7,000 standing manpower, but that's fine. 4 units of cavalry. I don't think I have but 1 or 2 barracks here, so I need to start working on infrastructure as well. Okay, so expanding by 7 more territories this session. Getting another upgrade in military tech. We are now 3 tech levels above all of our neighbors. We have now gotten cavalry, or very soon to have cavalry, in addition to our not spearmen. What are they? Forest warriors, while the others are still stuck on spearmen. Country modifier expired. The shipbuilding boom. What is this thing called? A ship? Just like the European disease event that happened a while ago. What the heck is a European? I have never heard of such a thing. Not only that, but at that time I hadn't had any contact with anybody that could have had contact with Europeans themselves. Let's see. I don't think... Yeah, possible rivals. None. Colonies 3/4 complete. Core construction halfway there for the 2. We still have a rebel faction at 10%. What's our unrest? 1.6 and declining. There's another territory for coring. And this is the last one requiring coring. Need 105 power. Oh, that's right. It's the tax base of 7. So, yeah, we'll have a better part of a year before we can start coring this last territory. That is fine. Max manpower is 20,000. That'll go up slightly. Income. Okay, we are now at max army maintenance. And we still have an income of 3 with a colony. And with 3 advisors in place. Are we really at a +6 only? Yep, +6 only. Okay, once that colony is done, we're going to try Moxos again, because I still want to colonize Chiquitos, being a center of trade there as well. Peasants are getting uppity. Enforce serfdom or lose legitimacy. We'll lose legitimacy. I don't want to spend too much admin power when I'm spending so much to core these provinces. Royal marriage with Pacajes. Can I vassalize them yet? No, we're down to 154. Why did we go down? The aggressive expansion jumped up, that's why. So we'll be able to vassalize them in a few years. Those penalties will go away. And our Diplotech coming up. What will that allow us? Trade efficiency and trade range, not much. Not much change for Diplo 5. Okay, let's add some cavalry to some of these. And there's our tech. Okay, the Inca progress. still need 70, so we still have 10 months before we can start coring that last province down there. Rebel factions at 10%. Colony at 922. Ready for a new colonist, and we get a new idea group. We still have 2 tech levels to go before we get our next idea group. Whoa, it's so painfully slow. I wonder if I shouldn't colonize. No, I'm going to stick to my plan and colonize across the narrow part of the continent here, I think. Or the narrower part of the continent. See if I can't uncover some Western powers. Those strange things called Europeans. 1 core done. Manpower up to 20,500. Okay. Time for another couple marketplaces, I think, or maybe constables. Or barracks. Barracks would be useful too. Another core. Momentarily. Oh, we're up to 20,800 max manpower. Core number 2 done. We're still 40 points shy of being able to core that last territory. That puts us up to 21,200 manpower. 977 colonists, and this was a sugar province, so it should be worth a little bit. Tax income 0.18, production 0.96, trade power 1.2. There it is. Okay. Gain 1 tax base and 16 manpower there, so we immediately jump to a 2.2 tax base. Manpower is 12. Okay. New mission. Conquer Tarija. What the heck is Tarija? These guys. Okay. Royal marriage with Chimu and make Potosi a core. Well, since we're going to be doing that anyway, let's go ahead and take that mission. We'll recover some of the admin power that we need to spend to actually core it. Let's send our colonist out. Keep that colonist busy. Okay, and I am also going to build buildings. Anything but admin power. I cannot spend admin power at the moment. So we'll go with 2 marketplaces. A lot of 2.48 values. Mitmac wanting to go home. Okay, so we've got lose 1 tax base in Charcas and gain 1 in Pishkampa, or gain 5 unrest. No, we're not going to do that. Lose 1 tax base in Charcas and gain 1 in Pishkampa. We'll take a look at that in a minute. Marketplace. They're all 248. Pretty consistent across the board. We'll go with there. So Charcas, lose 1 tax base. That's down to a 1, and Biscuit Pampa. Wow, that's what, way up here, isn't it? I forget where that territory was. There it is. Gain 1 tax. Okay, well that one didn't gain a tax base. You lied to me. It lied to me. Okay, colonists started. Core construction nearly complete, and we can now finally core this last one. Nope, we can't. Oh, shoot! No, I don't want you to be building a marketplace. Darn it, I picked the wrong place to build a marketplace. Oh well. We'll go ahead and core this one then. Royal marriage with Chimu. That was one of the missions I could have taken. Okay, so then power up to 21,340. We're at half manpower right now, so I'm going to wait and recover some manpower before I build any more units. Standing man army is now 5, 8, 14, 19,000 units. And another core complete. 19,000 man standing army out of a possible 29,000. I think I'll get that up to around 24,000 or so. And then keep the rest for manpower recovery here. Wonder how big their army is. It can't be that big. Once we complete this mission, we'll take the mission to conquer Tarija. That will allow me to go to war with these guys, and good God, that's going to be expensive to annex the entire thing. 6 territories. We're talking about close to 200 admin points to core everything there. By that point, we'll have that about 200 points set aside, maybe. Buildings, 8 months from completion. How many territories could I colonize right now? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and all of those are out of range. 13 colonizable territories with 1 colonist at the moment. I guess what I might do is after a colony gets 500 or 600 strong, I'll move the colonists to a second location. Because by that point it should be fairly self-sufficient as far as gaining new colonists to it. I can afford to keep 2 colonists at a time, I think. Colonies at a time. Okay, so very good expansion so far. Native assimilation in Moxos. Okay, we gained 100 population in Moxos. That will help. There's still 2,500 natives there, so I'm going to keep a small army there at least. 5 months for the building completions. Core construction at 60% in our new colony. Sugar. I wonder what our best trade good is. It's probably still cocoa, which I have in 1 or 2 provinces up here. Yep, cocoa's at a trade value of 4 at the moment. Tropical wood is the other one that I have that might be, it's only a 2. So I guess cocoa's still the best trade good that I own. Or most expensive trade good I own anyway. Oh, how many gold provinces do I have now? We picked up 1, 2 more there. So that should put us up at about 5, 3. So I'm about halfway to that achievement. There's number 4, 5, we have 5 gold provinces. We need 10 for the achievement. I forget what the achievement is called. But we need 5 more gold provinces. Okay, the 2 marketplaces are nearing completion. The core construction is nearing completion as well. We have an income of 4.1 at the moment. 4.45 is our trade income. So roughly a quarter of our income is currently from trade. Makes sense. We still only have access to the 2 trade nodes. Yep, still only have access to the 2 trade nodes. So getting another merchant wouldn't do us any good, so I'm not going to bother with a new idea. Building's just about done, so that building is done, so we can go ahead and core that. Once that is done, that'll complete that mission. Colony up to 126. Gonna go grab myself